This is the live prepper here of the World of Joe. Now, Coach Steele, I seen you rate a person's bug out pack, and I want you to rate mine. Now, mine's still a work in progress. I still have things I need, like a good compass, and I want some solar chargers to be able to charge some batteries up, some real good flashlights, and then I'll trade some of my other equipment out for better equipment. But we're going to start here with my backpack. What I have here is a H2O Apacheland backpack. Now I spent quite a bit of money buying this thing, but the reason for it is I wanted one with tons and tons of pockets. I can unzip this bottom part and separate from the rest of it. The sleeping bag is for between 0 to 20 degrees. It's a really a good one there. I have a liner upstairs that I haven't brought down for it. I might change my backpack and fix it where I can put it up here. I have it wrapped up in some bungee cords here. I have a fire starter attached to it. And this here is what I say, I love this backpack. I have tried it. I put it on. It does feel comfortable when I am indeed wearing it. And the thing is that what I see in so many cases is that, like for example, I refer to Doomsday Prepper a lot. They did this community evacuation and da-da-da. Well, this one woman says, well, all I had time was grab a few cans of food in my cabinet and throw in the bag. The thing is, she didn't even have enough food to even last her for a few days. There's another thing is that I see most of them goes wrong. I create mine in Ziploc bags here, as you can see right here. And I also look, when I'm buying something, I want to look at the nutritional value in this. For example, this in here has got vitamin A's for full pack 6%, vitamin C 8%, calcium 6%, iron 10%. Also, I have a couple black trash bags in there that I can use as a solar stove. When I say food is very important, this in here is my aluminum foil that I can create a small solar stove with. I can wrap up some whatever item I'm cooking into the trash bag, wrap it up, let the sun slowly cook it if I'm not where I can and should be able to build a fire. Here is baking soda. Baking soda is for brushing my teeth, a mouthwash. I can get a small bowl of water, put some baking soda in it, heat the water up, and wash myself up with it to help keep clean. Bandanas. You know what? If you ain't got toilet paper, you got bandanas to fall back on. Bandanas is great. Also, as if you hurt yourself, you can use for a sling. You can turn these into a bag. You use them as a washcloth. You can use them for a filtering system. Bandanas. This here is just a pack of soap I throw in here, and I have 2 little toothbrushes and a couple packs of toothpaste. I put everything in Ziploc bags so I can have it all in one spot. On one of my videos, you've seen where I built these all from recycled materials. Didn't cost me anything, just my time and energy to make these here. I have a variety of sizes in here. The reason for this, why these in here, let's say I'm not able to build a fire. For whatever reason, SHTF's happening. I can't build a big fire. I need to cook something. I'm really hungry, or I just really want to warm my hands up. I could correct this here and put blocks around it and create a heater system by putting bricks around it and putting the brick over it where nobody can see the light coming from it. There's going to be stuff laying all around that you can use to create a little stove, a heater. And then I can also use this here. So I say, I put something around over it, I can cook with it. So I have a variety of those that I've made in my bag. Oats is a must. Instant oats. I left them in the packs for a reason. It's like, if I'm able to heat up some water, I can put a little bit of water in this here, heat it up, let it get mushy. Even if I can't heat it up, I can put a couple spoonsful, 2 or 3 spoonsful of cold water in this and mix it up and eat it cold. And it's full of nutritional value right there. Another thing here is I have peanut butter. I have this chocolate Hershey's thing, and I have honey. You're like, gosh, it's got to weigh the bag down. I'm going to tell you what, you're going to be eating on this. A shot of honey is going to get you going. It's going to keep you going. A spoonful of peanut butter is going to keep you going. A spoonful of chocolate is going to keep you going. And every one of them I pick out because of some kind of benefit. Like this one here has 8% calcium and 8% iron. A little bit of nutrient. All this has got something in here. This one here has 2% vitamin C, 2% calcium, 4% iron, 10% vitamin E, and so on and so on. So it gives you got some nutritional value in it. That's something else you have to look at. Same with the dried noodles here, the instant noodles. I look for nutrition value. This in here has 2% vitamin A and 2% iron. Dry stuff. This in here is my bag, my first aid kit stuff. Just a random stuff. When I was in the hospital, I had some of these here. I took them home. I didn't want to waste them. They're in my bag. I have iodine right here I can use to put a few drops in to help purify my bottle or purify my water when I need it. This here is my side fanny pack. The reason for that is I think not carrying everything in one spot is a good idea. If something happens and my backpack gets stolen or lost or whatever, I have a few extra first aid supplies in here. Right now I put my slingshot in here for now. And I'll probably move it around. I have a slingshot in it. I have a couple more Sola blankets if I need it. As well as a bandana in here. And I have another knife in here as well, in case that is in need also on this, and another fire starter. I will make up more fire starters and stuff to add into my backpack. Another thing here is this here. I'm going to have to adjust this a little bit better because it does come, it will catch right there. But this in here is a 6-in-1 tool here with the axe. It has a shovel. But what I liked about this in here is the fact is that I have something else in there that I like. You push it down, you pull them out. If I can get them come out. They don't want to come out today because I don't think I've got a good, maybe I shouldn't even push that in. Well, nevertheless then, I have in here is a couple of knives. And they don't want to come out today. For whatever reason, I've got them jammed in there too tight, I guess. But nevertheless, so I have a couple of good long knives in here that you turn around and you make, again, you can use it for cutting and stuff with. Okay, so this here, I think another thing is clothes. Rolling your clothes up takes up less room than just throwing them in your bag. And I recycle everything. Like I said, I've got this here. I have a pair of rolled up pants in there, a couple shirts. I even put a couple more extra socks in. And I have a multi-use hood. And that's another important thing right there is the hood. This here is basically like a 6-in-1 hood. I like using these because I can use it as a collar. I can just sit here and pull it up here like this. And what I like about it here is you have a pocket right here. You can put a couple things in if you want to, but you can add like some insulation into it, maybe a couple of pair of socks or whatever you want to keep a little bit warmer in a extreme cold temperature. This stays in with my clothes at all times. So I have a nylon poncho. Hair's all over the place. Nylon poncho I keep in the backpack because you don't know about the weather. Not only does this protect me from the rain, I could also use it like a miniature tent in the event that I have nothing to sleep on. This in here again, I say bags are so important. I have an extra little hat. It's just a lightweight. Some bloomers and some extra socks in here. So that there, I have that. Now, and another thing here I have. Let me go grab it. This in here is a deflatables water bag. It has a little bitty funnel. I do need to buy me another funnel to have. It'd be better. But I also recycled these. These here are recyclable. These here will be also for me to use to keep water in a case I need it. So I have this here. I have crayons, and you're like, why does she have crayons? Again, it goes with my recycling thing. I can use them to write with, but the thing is, I got the jumbo ones for the purpose. I can use these as candles to light with if I need them in a situation. And I right now I need to buy some flashlights and some other things because my batteries has gotten weak, so I need to replace that. These here are just a couple little saw blades. I don't expect any major use out of these except maybe cutting some branches, basically, whatever I need to kind of cut off to use it for something other, because I never know, I may need them. Magnifying glass is another thing. This here is I have tweezers in this one, and I had a couple of freebie sanitary things I throw in there. I have a bar of soap was given to me. And this in here is a compact mirror with basically it's just a mirror is all this is here to use. I have that in here. Like I say, I still need a great deal more stuff. There's a lot more improvement I need to do on this. I need really a heavy duty compass. I need a good flashlight. And then I have this here. This here is a Stanley's. I like this because I can heat up water, and I have a couple of cups in there to use. Now, being just me, myself, and I don't need nothing real huge. Again, this in here is a very small pan, and I have a small little kettle in there with a lid to heat up soup or whatever. This serves what I need for that. This here is something here. You're like, what in the world is this? You know, you hear people talking about sun tea and things like that. Well, this here will come in that area too. But I also used it to protect things. I want to show you. So, look here. This in here is cheese sauce. And it has this, vitamin A. And it has calcium. You know, it's important on all of that. But not only did I do that, I have 3 different types of these little knives in there. I have disposable knives, forks and stuff in there. As well as I have some good silverware in there in event of stirring and things in here. So all this here, all of this, including the different types of food here I have, from even instant potatoes. You're like, why would she want instant potatoes? Vitamin A, 2%, calcium, 4%, iron, 2%. Point is, every little bit of it's going to help. Everything that I pick out, I look for when I'm looking at what I can do with it to heat it up, to seal it up. I need to get some clothespins and things that I have. I have some somewhere, and I don't know where I did with them, but that's okay. I can get some more. Okay, I want to repack that later. I have a canteen also. This here, I have a canteen as well. I have this here is a shoulder pad. And what this is for here, and I bought this at a second-hand store. What I got this for here is to create another separate fire starter here. To create, because you know what? If I lose things, I want to be able to stay warm. I have a couple more of these in here. I do have another fire starter attached to this right here. As you can see, you can never have enough of these. When I sit down and make more, I want to make more. This in here is my different type of fire starter kits that I made and showed you on YouTube. And I got just paper in there that I haven't done anything with yet. You can see here I have this here. Again, everything's important to keep in Ziploc bags also. I have the 2 different types of fire starters. And I also have waterproof matches. By putting everything in Ziploc bags, really keeps up with it better than you just throwing it into the backpack and trying to figure out where everything is. Because I do have a bad knee, and I have a fake knee. I have wrist injuries I chose to get this. This here is going to protect me. Now I have an elbow pad that came with it, but this is going to protect my knee in an SHTF situation. I'm going to fall down and get whatever, or do whatever I'm going to do myself. This here is going to keep my knees protected and safe. Of course, I have a couple of toilet papers I threw in, and I also have my cans. I throw them in with the cutoff. I have some ties here, and here's something else I have. When I was in the hospital, they filled these up with ice, so I kept these to use in a situation where I can put water in these and carry them back to camp, and thus sterilize them. This here is my fishing line. I have a heavy duty fishing line. This in here is a 20-pound. I wanted an extra string. I have some sinkers, hooks. As you can see here, I have a variety of hooks, and I also have the larger sewing needles that I picked up at the dollar store for $1. And you're like, why in the world would she want that? Because in a survival situation, the fish line can be used for both. It can be used for me to fish with, and can also use to sew up things with. And the heavy duty ones here for large packaging and in any situation. Say you got a woman, you got to sew it up. You've got this here to kind of fall back over. I also have a couple of these as well. Utility knives to have on hand. You never know if you're going to need them or not. I have these also on hand. Now I have this here because I am going to have something to use as a cane support. This here is not a high quality one. It is just a basic overall cane, but nonetheless, it does have a compass on the end of it. I put a rubber band here to keep my overall knife in here because I have a couple of knives with it. And I have a hookup right here where I can put a water bottle with it. This here comes off. This here will screw off. And that's something else. I have some other, and then you can see here what I have here as well. So, the thing is that I still got a lot. I got to get the 501 tool. I had one. I think it's in my truck. I used it so much. I carried it around. I don't use purses. I use fanny packs. And then I also have my basic overall cane that I use here. And even though it's not a high dollar one, I do have this as well to attach to my backpack in a situation here if I should need this. This here is just a choice on me if I want to carry it or not. I do have bungee cords also in here, but they're the heavy duty ones. I will change out for some lighter ones, but even having some bungee cords is better than nothing. I still need to get some hooks and other items. So this here is basically what all I have. I put my food in the bags. They're all together. I rotate them out from time to time the same way. The clothes is in bag. Everything is in bags. And I can use the bags. As you eat the food, the weight goes lighter. So, recycling and using what you got on hand and taking advantage of it is A+. So, Coach Steele, tell me how I'm doing on my bug out bag. I know I still got a lot of work to do on it. I'm still green as a greener than grass can be. But that's okay. Because you know what? I want to keep learning. I learn from everybody as I watch and listen to all this stuff. So rate me, folks. Tell me what all I still need up on my backpack. Help me out to improve myself on this. This is Life Prepper, the World of Joan. I want you to be safe, be happy. Bless you all.